Hey everybody, Kone Roger here. Welcome back to Formula One 2018. Magnussen looks a little upset over there, doesn't he? We are headed to France for the Circuit Paul Ricard. In the race, we are starting an amazing third place if there's no penalties up ahead of us. And I am really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good one. Looks like we'll have ourselves no rain. And Jeff says, P.S. tell you what, at the field and I'll buy you pizza. How about I get a podium in your car that shouldn't be getting podiums and you buy me a pizza, huh? Although at least he does know the way to my heart. It's pizza. Is there any car stuff I want to look at? I'm considering, since this is such a good opportunity, I'm considering throwing in the new energy store. Because it's currently at 68%. We only get 2 of them for the entire season. We may have to look into getting a durability upgrade on this, but I'm going to go ahead and take the second one of these, so be prepared for that penalty in the future, because I think that's going to be important for our race, and I want this one to be a good one. Seems like we have an opportunity here. Well, let's see if they have anything to say as we head into the weekend. I think they should, considering our good results, but who knows?
Welcome to Le Castellet as we return from across the Atlantic for the 2018 French Grand Prix. The last time Formula One cars raced at the Circuit Paul Ricard, Alain Prost took Ferrari's 100th Grand Prix victory and the 42nd of his own illustrious career. That was 28 years ago, when half of the drivers on the grid today had yet to be born. And how, I wonder, will that legacy continue in the modern era? The Circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6-mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Ferrari. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
That usually doesn't happen with Ferrari.
Well then, after
no
an
updates for
exciting
us.
qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. Edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Red, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, and Bottas, Perez, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, and Kevin
Alright, looks
Magnussen.
like a pretty standard grid. No penalties or anything through there. Sainz is way back there. Sainz, whatever. So we're in good shape with that teammate battle. What you got to say, Jeff?
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Looking at a 2-stop strategy today for a 27-lap race. Pretty short race then, right? 27 laps, minute and 30 lap time, so I guess a little higher than that. So 44 minute, just a little bit shorter than usual, I would say. I'm going to put extra fuel on board, because it seems like we're running a little light, and it seems like we use a lot of fuel here. I don't think I mind being a bit heavy, and it might play a factor later in the race. I don't see any other options. I don't think those softs are going to make it, and the softs kind of blow here. They're very hard for this track, and I don't want them. So yeah, we'll go with the standard strategy. Looking forward to it. Let's see what we can do. Alright. This is a good opportunity. Try to capitalize on it. Quite a bit of wheel spin, so did Raikkonen. I'm worried about... Ooh, Vettel locking him up. Worried about my pace through here, but it seems like we're doing pretty good so far. So far, so good. Oh yeah, this is actually a really nice clean start. I am surprised. I thought there was going to be a lot more dive bombs and attacks there. Had a bit of understeer through there. Nothing too major. Now we know the cars behind us have more power than us. That is indisputable. And you can see it there. So we're going to have to defend on these straightaways. Luckily they give us nothing but runoff here, so there's plenty of room to do such thing. It's probably up there in overtake mode. I'm going to drop down to 3, especially for this last sector. And this is where I seem to be able to eat them up. Yeah, look at the gap that I closed in through that turn, and then again through this one. That is the entirety of our lap right there. If you were wondering where the pace was coming from, that's it. It's Sector 3. Even though Sector 3 is not what I would list as my favorite. Oh, I see. It thought I was going to pit road there. I bet you that's what screwed up that practice program. I just realized. Okay, a little bit of a hitch going into there, but not a big deal. Pushing a bit wide. I'm worried about this pressure from behind. Worried about that. I'm very worried about that. Closing rate was unreal right there. They're taking just a very different line to me, and luckily I was able to just kind of straight line the turn. I think I could have made the turn if there wasn't cars there, but there was, and I need to pay more attention to that. Sparks. I also need to keep in mind that this is heavier than I've run the car all weekend, and I'm actually carrying a little bit more fuel.
Green flag.
Somebody having some problems back there. This is honestly a little unusual feeling. Like, legitimately running the pace with the leaders. I kind of forgot what that was like. Nice, nice. This front pack is really tight, 1 through 5. A little bit wide there. It's going to make me a little bit wide here, but when we get down to the power okay, we'll be in good shape. Alright, now this is going to get weird, because DRS is going to be active.
You'll be on the super softs.
Taking it easy into here. See, that's the only place they really consistently stretch me. But even then, it's not awful. I'm overdriving this turn a touch. Which led me to overdrive the next turn. He's still there, but we have the exit of the turn. Yeah, he's going to get pitched over. But what I've done is opened the gap for those front two. I'm not even going to get DRS, and they have it behind me. So that was a pretty big mistake on my part. But now we are behind the car. I have a little bit of battery to use. So why not? Oh, I think we made a little contact there as my car pushed out and he turned in. It was a very gentle wheel to wheel, but it was contact nonetheless. I didn't expect him to drive in there that deep side by side, but he did. I think consistently overdriving some of these turns, so I need to calm down a bit. See if I can run down Vettel again. Hello, hang up.
Gap to teammate behind is 6.5 seconds.
This track's just a little too busy for me to really pay attention to what Magnussen's doing today. We'll have to wait until after the race to see. Yeah, I think the thing that's really catching me out is the additional fuel, not having run here with, more fuel in the car. Perhaps that's something I should have considered and done practice on. Yeah, we do get pretty considerable amounts of VRS use here. We do have a run on DRS, but not enough. And that chicane's tight enough that you have got to be there. Like, that's not one you can just sail by somebody into and clear before the apex. No, you have to be next to them, but into the turn to really make that move. A little bit wide there. It's all right. Because they don't believe in grass anymore. It ends up not really being a problem for us. I figured there would be a few cases of that over the course of the race where turns that I just missed. Vettel is pitting this lap. Interesting. Disappointed I didn't get DRS off of that. Oh, a bunch of cars pitting.
In this lap, push now.
So we may be in a bit of a situation of being undercut here. It's only one lap, but that might be enough. Hopefully, pitting later puts us on track in less traffic. So that would be the thing to say, or puts us in the pits with less traffic too. That would be the thing to kind of save us from a real bad undercut. Oh, a big understeer moment there. I'm going to Rich just try and power out of it. But yeah, that was pretty ugly. They're getting down there in battery power too. A couple little mistakes there. I really need to try and clean that up.
Box, box, box.
Yes, sir. Let's try and get everything out of Cone Corner, as I'm now calling it.
Safety car deployed.
Oh,
The safety car has
beautiful.
been deployed. Watch your delta.
Beautiful. All right,
As
that.
we catch the pack. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast.
All right,
Reduce
shut up,
your
Jeff.
pace.
Shut up, Jeff.
Understood. Copy that.
Yeah, we're still pitting this lap. I don't know why they thought that was a strategy change. It was the same strategy. I guess they're just making sure we knew to pit this lap.
Some information on Hartley.
Hartley's out of the race. That's what happened.
The race.
Don't crash it on the pit entry. Our Delta was a little off on entry, but it's not a big deal. Everyone should be pitting here that was behind us. And that should put us in second place. I think.
Kevin is in the pits.
Oh, some people didn't pit.
Exit now.
Crazy! Oh, this is gonna be wild, everybody. We're gonna be mixed in the field with
Okay,
cars that
stay
have not
clear
pit.
of the white line on the exit. Will receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
We are now under safety car. Don't have to worry about the Delta, we just need to catch the pack, which is right up here, so not a big deal there. I'm surprised. Of all the places to have a safety car, this seems like the place you would never have a safety car. There's so much room, so much runoff. How could you not get your car off somewhere safe? But it happened. Alright, now these could be cars that would have been double stacked, so they may pit this lap. We'll see. I kind of doubt that's the case. Alright, I need to get... that was so sudden. I wasn't quite ready. I need to get down
Let's
to...
catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
Yes, yes. Get back to lean mix. Not use any battery power. Now, even with that, we're still 7th. So it's not like the strategy is awful, even if these cars are going to try and one-stop this race from here, which they very well could be trying to do. We're one position behind Raikkonen, who is the, I'll say, theoretical race leader. Yeah, I don't think this is a worst-case scenario at all. I think in the end, this will probably have helped us. Curious to see what happens here if anybody pits. These cars are all on supers in front of us, but there's no way they can make those tires last that long in comparison to our strategy, it would seem. This will help us extend our run, though, or save our tires so we can push the car real hard throughout the next stints. Alright, no pinners in front of us. Okay. They're going to try it. I'm surprised to see neither of the Red Bulls on that strategy. Maybe that was what they were going for. Those harder tires. Keep heating them, but don't wreck the car. Actually, not doing very good at keeping heat in them, am I? You would think these safety cars would, like, reduce the nerves, but no, they very much so do the opposite. Very much so bring my nerves up to DEFCON 5. I'm trying, tires. I don't want to wear them out either. What lap does this put us on? 7. We'll be coming to lap 8. Alright. This will be interesting. This makes our short race not as short, for sure.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this
I
lap.
hate it when it takes over control
Let's
and
make
doesn't,
sure those tires are up to temperature.
doesn't tell you.
Remember, there is no overtaking until the first safety car
Standard
line.
mix on the
Stay in
start.
position until the green
Actually,
flags.
yeah, let's leave it standard. I don't know what's about to happen here. Get your thumb workout in. Yep, yep. Stretch it out. I wonder what's actually going on there. I don't feel like I understand. Oh, he's bringing us down slow, slow, slow. So very slow. Green comes at the start of the left-hander. Prepare to go racing. Second gear, so to be coming out of this turn that will hit the gas. I think our car would have more pace over Ericsson, but doesn't seem like it. Raikkonen really stretched it out there. We're on new tires versus Ericsson, and we're on a faster car. This is a move I need to make happen pretty quick. See how slow he was in the center there? This is sketchy. That was so sketchy. He was trying to pass me on the left as I was passing on the right. But it worked out. I didn't like that one bit.
Up to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds.
Raikkonen is getting through this field in front of us a lot faster than we did. Of course. Try and catch back up to them. Seems like Ericsson's blocking up the rest of the field, so that's fantastic news for us. That was a pretty impressive hold for me, I think. Oh, I got on this screen. Fastest lap.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap for the race.
This is not the right side of the track to be doing this. Oh, Raikkonen just spun Gasly. Oh, snap, son. Oh, snap, son.
Okay, clear.
You think that might be a penalty? I don't know. It was one of those weird ones where this is the first time I've seen them do it to each other. I've done it to them and they've done it to me. It was one of those weird ones where that little bit of side-to-side contact spins out the car behind That was weird. Oh, I didn't do it. Spud's gonna be so mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I have not gotten rid of that button. What's weird is I can't figure out how to get out of that menu. I'm stuck in this menu instead of, or the other menu instead of this one where I want to be. I don't remember what button it is to get there. I guess it doesn't really matter. What does matter is I am in the wrong battery mode and not catching Raikkonen. I used a lot of battery power there. Raikkonen's still stuck behind this Force India.
Stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. We're leading our teammate by 5.7 seconds.
Hey, it did not want to slow down there. That was awkward. I didn't want to touch the brakes anymore because it felt like it was really loaded up on the front tires. I think I'm probably pushing this car well beyond its limits trying to keep with that Ferrari, but I feel like this is an opportunity that will not be often presented to us. I think I found it. I think I found the right button. Good job, me. Are they gonna do it again? Well, it was close. That was close to being ugly. They managed to do it cleanly, though. Caution behind us. Boy, lots of contact in this race. Gain there. There, we should have another one here. Trying to recharge his battery, but it's not going too well. Oh, that was messy. I don't want to be on the outside, if at all possible. Warning collision? Where? I was close, but there was no collision. Raikkonen has taken the lead. That, I don't think, unless there is indeed a penalty at play there, I don't think that's a possibility for us today. I think my job is to try and get second here and hold that position, and then manage to fend off those charging Mercedes behind us.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
You want us to put on 14 rather than 16?
Okay, copy that.
I don't fully understand why. Why pit early? I agreed to it even though I didn't agree to it. But I may... I was worried he was going to be still in the center, and he was. What I may end up doing is pitting the lap after they just recommended. Hey, Sainz. That one, I legitimately collided with him. I didn't expect him to stay that narrow in the turn. But he did. Oh, he did. This one's been interesting so far, huh? I may end up just even mirroring what Kimi does.
Okay, we're not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip for a while yet.
Yeah, that's why I think pitting on 14 is a mistake. I wish I could call in and say, you know, review strategies or give strategy options or something, so you could change back if you didn't like what you chose. Because, yeah, the car is flying right now. It feels great. I don't see any reason we should be pitting early. And we were easier on these tires thanks to the caution, safety car, whatever. Because I just flat out chased Kimi down this lap. Which I suppose is reason to try and undercut him. We may not need to.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yep. That's cool. It's fine. We got some Mercedes to deal with behind us if we keep doing this, though. Yeah, look at the time lost that first sector from doing that. Perhaps that was a bit silly of me to try. This is where... Ah, shit, I did it again. That's it, I'm doing it. I'll do it this time for sure. I'll get rid of that button. That is way too close to DRS. Oh, shoot! There is no grip out there. That's the first time I've seen that part of the track. And there is no grip out there. We're learning. Yeah, that was startling. I could tell the second I turned the wheel, it was just like an ice skating rink out there. Hey, he's giving me the outside.
We're coming in this lap.
No, we're not.
Our gap behind is 3.8 seconds.
Ho, 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 ho. He parked it in front of us. That was a lucky escape for both of us. I'm really trying to figure out why they want us in this lap. Raikkonen seems like he's slow on the straightaways, but I think it might just be our DRS. Finally get him on the exit there. Let's see if we can pull the gap, because this is our good sector.
Box this lap, please.
No. Wide. Get it turned in. It's tougher with a car right behind you. That wasn't bad. You did not pit this lap? Alright. Box this lap.
Confirmed. I'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Pushing this car like mad right now. I did see some hitters behind us. They are nowhere near close enough to be an undercut range. I think maybe the strategy call was to try and do that, not realizing that I was potentially going to be in the lead and in this battle. It should pass us here. I lost the back end on exit. This is a scrap. It's almost awkward for me to follow them through there and try to match their apex speed, because it's so much slower. I have a feeling he's going to pit this lap with us. We'll see. Yep. Ooh! Drove into there. We're right on his butt. Come on, pit crew. Come on, pit crew. I highly doubt it. They're already rolling.
Kevin is in for his stop. Go now.
We stacked him, but that's okay. We're way ahead of him. He should be in good shape. That's why they wanted us to pit that lap. But we are
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat.
the lead car of that pack right now, and the team actually. That's not the time. That's a terrible place to shove us on track, by the way. I hate that pit exit. We got somebody right behind us. I think we did indeed get a little bit undercut there, but we're on the good tire. I don't know who that is right behind us. Seems like we've already gapped them back out. Oh, it was Stroll? Oh, well then never mind. There's a lot of weird strategies going on in this race. Got the field really mixed up. Okay. These are the tires we'll see through to the end. So I need to not abuse them, but really, the way the strategy has fallen thanks to the safety car, it's not a big deal. And I've not really been experiencing too much degradation. He's on softs? Why is he on softs? That doesn't make any sense. To go 11 laps? Really? I don't know. I guess I really need to take care of my tires then. If they think it's going to be that close. Pit stop information? Or nothing. That's cool too. Pit strategy? Pit.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this
Okay,
compound.
that's what I thought. I hate to say this. I hate to buy into a meme, but Ferrari strategy coming through to video games? It's looking that way.
The gap behind us is 5.8 seconds.
Although it's hardly a meme if it's true. Ferrari. I don't even consider myself really a Ferrari fan, but boy have they done a good job of kind of throwing away this season in real F1. Oh, he's slow in the apexes because of those tires. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. They're all on softs. He's pulling defensive lines. It's got me all I was bamboozled. It's got me flustered. I'll find the words. I'm kind of in debate right now. Do I ride behind him and try to save my tires to the end of the race? Or do I push right now when our tires have a bigger, offset? Like my tires currently have more grip than his. So it feels like I should be using them up right now. It's a big run. I couldn't find the right chicane. They could at least put some cones there or something. Oh, that's a bummer. I could have sailed it in so much further, but I tried to turn into the wrong chicane. Then I just downshifted into this turn for some reason. I don't feel terrible about doing that because the real F1 drivers were doing that like crazy in the race here this year. Alright, we're all over him right here. Oh, hang-ups, we don't need you right now.
Behind is 16.0 seconds.
It was an ugly pass thanks to the hang-up, but we made it happen. Did I just say Vettel out of the race? I think it did. He has had a crappy season, hasn't he? Let's get it out of here. Try and make a little gap. Certainly try and get more than a second ahead. That will be not an easy feat, especially as his tires are going to level off to ours. Setting purples, that's the way to do it. If it's going to happen, that's the way it's got to happen. Oh, beautiful. Hey, Vettel. Man, I had a heck of a run through there. I'm surprised that Timmy was able to hang with us as well as he was. I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, clear.
See what the gap is. 135.7, 1.5. Alright, we are out of DRS range. That's what we wanted. That's a nice run. Kinda suspected. I suspected it would go one way or the other. Either because it's a new track, we would really struggle to keep up. We'd have a hard time. The AI would have, advantages. Or we'd have a lot of opportunity because they're not as refined. I think it's ending up in the category of our advantage. And I am totally willing to capitalize on that. I got no problems with that. As long as I can keep it up, because consistency around here is still an issue. Good news is I'm not even really having to push the car too hard. Should be easy on the tires, easy on the engine. Keep a lot of battery charge in the car, but apparently not too much because that hurts the battery, as I've found out. I think running it in about 2 is ideal. Lost the nose a bit there. It happens. If you had told me an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago, whenever I started this recording, that I would be leading the race on lap 21, I would have said you were crazy, because I was not comfortable around this track. Not that I think I'm comfortable now, but have at least gotten good enough. Oh, Raikkonen's really falling back. Bit strange that we're out here on the supers and everyone else is on softs. I think that's the only thing that worries me, is that potentially their tires are going to outlast ours, and perhaps they come around us at the end of the race with additional grip. I'm running the engine rather hard, aren't I? Keeping it rich. But now that we've gotten the fuel out of the car, it is handling much better. That turn's still just impossibly difficult to find the apex. It's so blind. Alonso out. A lot of attrition in this race. A lot of attrition. That's what, the fourth car I've seen out of the race? Something like that. Flag spikes. Interesting that the front tires are hotter here. That has very rarely been the case for us. And if you go back, somewhere in practice, I believe, or maybe qualifying, I mentioned that I'm using a setup that is predominantly safe. It's understeery. It doesn't. The car doesn't have a lot of bite to it, and I guess that does show through with the front tires wanting to be hotter, which is different than the norm for us. But maybe that's what works out for us. Even though the car felt slower to me that way, when it's safer to drive, when it's, you know, its limits are a bit safer, you can push up against them more. Not a big fan of the way the race is going to unfold here. I mean, I'm a big fan of leading, don't get me wrong, but I almost wish we had made the move a little bit later. Because I'm just in that range where
Okay,
one
so
mistake.
Bottas, they're slowing down.
Oh, jeez,
It seems
another
like
one.
There's some kind of problem with their car.
You know, one mistake brings them back into striking distance. One fault with the car,
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
and I go into the weird, like, hyper-focus mode. Definitely trying to drive easier than I was, though. I think I'm doing pretty good at managing the tires. I'd really like to look at the degradation and see if it's actually fronts that are going more than rears, because we've never seen that before. Pretty even. It's pretty even. So yeah, just a really good driving car. Don't mind me just trying to look at the engineering of the car mid-race while leading. You know, your usual F1 stuff. Alright.
Okay, the gap behind is 4.6 seconds.
I'm flabbergasted. I just did not expect to have this kind of run. I really think that they screwed up the strategy immensely. Unless they're just a lot harder on tires than we are or something, I don't see any reason they needed to be on softs. I mean, if you think about it, we were going to pit a lap earlier. Like, our team thought we were okay to go to the end of the race from a lap earlier on the supers. So, yeah, definitely miscalculated something. I honestly forgot that this race was this early in the season. I was thinking we were going here like real late in the calendar and it would be, you know, not an issue for a while. Here it is. I think our race has ended up being more entertaining than the real one was here. The track and this race was not a popular one. Not popular amongst fans, not popular amongst drivers.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
All good there. I'm like hesitating to say this. It's in my mind, I want to say it. But given the position, it sounds a bit odd. This track's gotta go. Like, it's not good. Not without a complete overhaul. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just not, it's not good. This track is basically a culmination of everything I dislike about modern track design. But I suppose there's worse options out there. I mean, it's not even like a track with no history or, you know, just a showcase for a city like Singapore or something like that. It's not that at all. It doesn't have that problem at all. It just, it's a track with zero character. If you told me this place was designed by AI and built by robots, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. I am kind of crawling at this point. Not really pushing the car too hard at all. I do think he closed a little bit, so I should probably step up a touch. Our tires should be equaling out quite a bit now. And I got plenty of battery life to use, so let's use that. Let's use our fuel mix. We'll put in a good solid effort here for...
Our gap behind is 3.2 seconds.
Yeah, he had made up about a second there, as I was basically chilling. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's going to be an issue, but we were coming up to lap traffic. I didn't think I would ever get that turn right, but I finally got it.
This is your final lap of the race.
Let's see what we can do with it. I don't want to push too hard and like make a mistake, but I'll give it a decent effort.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
Really had closed in a lot. A lot more than I'm comfortable with. I do think the tire offset started to show itself at the end. But he would have needed a lot more laps for that to come around. And he don't have them. Whoa! Braking on the curves there. Locked him up. That was the one mistake I was talking about. I lost a lot of time there. A decent recovery though. I felt it happening and was able to pull it back. I think our tires had just started to reach end of life. Or end of good. These are still good. Like I said, there just wasn't enough laps for him to make advantage of it. So here we go. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah! A new Challenger appears achievement.
We did it. Good job.
Wow, he actually showed, like, emotion. Can you believe it? Good run.
So another fantastic victory for Haas today.
Another. Did we didn't win a race,
how
did we?
exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack
Did we win a
today?
race?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
We won a race? Why don't I remember us winning a
Our
race?
drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Haas picking up the winner's trophy.
Haas.
Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing Grand Prix.
So it's a good one. That's not much emotion in my face. Content ID. Well,
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the gap at the top of the
Seventh for
championship
Magnussen.
has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader.
Oof.
Moving on to the driver
made
of the
everything
day
tight up
then.
there.
Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think it's got to be Kimi Raikkonen. He's not always spectacular, but he quietly gets the job done.
Wait.
And that's the case
Wait.
today.
And now let's take a look at the constructors'
wait.
standings. Ferrari
Wait.
extend their lead at the
Wait.
top of the championship. It was great having
Wait.
you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
You shut
Until
your mouth.
Next time, though, goodbye.
Did they just give driver of the day to the driver who started second and finished second over the driver that started third and finished first? That's some bull crap. That just ain't right. So in the results, Red Bull 4th, 5th, Bottas fell to 10th. I think I saw in the standings that we are now 5th ahead of Bottas, stretched out in front of Ricardo, not terribly behind Raikkonen. This whole season's just been weird. This has just been weird. We're solidly in 4th place in constructors. Weird, just weird. We did have fastest lap of the day, so I mean, undeniably, we had the best car, we had the best strategy. The safety car really opened up our ability to win the race. If we would have been able to do that or not without the safety car, I don't know. I don't know, really, but I'll take it. Okay, well, that was the French Grand Prix. Hope you enjoyed. It was a weird one, and I think maybe we're in line to have more good performances like that in the future. I feel like Austria is another one where you could be really good. There's at least 3 or 4 more tracks. I think we might be able to push for similar results the rest of the season. We'll just have to see how it goes. Thanks as always for watching, though. I will see you next time.